Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is Umaira Said, lecturer English, Times Institute, Pakistan, and the topic which we have lined up today for the discussion, and that is how to summarize an article. So pick out your pencil and the paper so that you may note down the important points. Article. Many of you will be confused when I am pronouncing the word repeatedly article. That is not the article which we use grammatically, like which is used before the noun, and this article is entirely different from that. That article is a, an and the, but here we are discussing a kind of a document which is being justified and which have a dignified importance which is indicted by the particular author. So write down the definition which I have bring out for you, and the definition of the article according to the Webster dictionary is, it is a primary source that reports the method and results of the original study performed by the author. So there are so many things which are included in an article. So the topic is to summarize the article. So first of all we discuss that what actually the article is. Article is a compendium of a complete information. In journalism, field of journalism, you see that so many anchors and so many authors are writing an article on the existing emerging social, political, economical issues. And in the academic field, many of the articles have been written just to bring into the notice that what new emerging issues are being discussed by the authors in the publishing journals of chemistry, physics, biology, and many other relatable topics have been published, so that the people may now know that what is being happening in the field of academic research. And on the basis of these academic research, you may bring out some important results, you may modify that. Like when you go out for the thesis, the basic thing which help you out is the writing of an article. If you are writing your research, your important collective data which you have been collecting, when you are inputting into your article, it means that this particular piece of paper is based on your research which you have been done by adopting your methodology and your procedure. When the process is to summarize the article, so summary is entirely different from the précis, from the paraphrase. So let us recall that what actually the paraphrase is. Paraphrase is rewriting, reproducing, whereas the memo writing is when you are conveying the shortest possible information. What is the précis? When you have to compress the information into 1/3 of the original length. So summarizing is the species of the translation as well of précis and the paraphrase, but the methodology which we adopt in summarizing is entirely different from with the methodologies we adopt in précis and the paraphrasing. Summarizing is also the compression of the original text, but same like the paraphrase, you may not exceed the length of your article summarizing, but you may not skip the most important information which is being part and parcel of that article. So this is the summary. Suppose, let me give an example. If I say you to give me the summary of the chapter 1 of first year book, Button. So how would you summarize that short story? Although that is a short story, that is not a novel or a drama or some kind of an essay, that basically is a short story. How would you summarize? Definitely you will never let the most important aspect of the Nora, Arthur and the Stewart while summarizing your article. Same how when you summarize something, you saw an incident, you saw a road accident, and when you narrate me that accident, you will skip out the irrelevant information, but you summarize the whole of incident and give me and narrate me what was the most important thing. So same is we done in the article. There are the few steps which one must adopt while summarizing an article. Number one is reading. Many of the students ask me that the reading is the same reading we done in the skimming. Right. You have to follow the same steps which we adopt in the skimming. Like you have to read the article. You may, if you find any facts and the figures, if you find any kind of relevant information, any data, any graphs, you just grab that information and write down on the simple plain paper and read the article. You may reread the article just to get an idea that what has been written in between the lines, so that you may reproduce whole of the content in your own words. But if you have a grip over your work, if you have a grip over the word and the grammar, yes, you may reproduce the writing, but keep it in mind that you cannot let any important information skip out of your indites. Next is the highlight. Many of my teachers, while I am a research scholar, and many of my course tutor told me that always highlight the most important information. Highlight means that you just underscore them, you may highlight them with the many of the different color, multiple color markers. It would never let any information be skipped. Topic sentences. In the paragraph writing we discuss what are the topic sentences. Topic sentences are actually the first sentence of a paragraph which shows that what this paragraph is about, and rest of the downward sentences are the supporting sentences of one basic sentence. So topic sentences are very much important, and it shows that what is being developed in the next of the sentences. So highlight those topic sentences. Argument. If your article is an argumentative writing, if you have been making a comparative analysis of the political scenarios in America, Iran, India and Pakistan, if you are discussing about the Indo-Pak relationships, and there are so many things about the wars and about the conversation table talks about the Sintas and territories and about all these things, you may highlight those as well if particular about the Indo-Pak relationship, if you are summarizing that article. Suppose if I have been given an article by my supervisor about the Toni Morrisons, and that how Toni Morrison used the symbolism in her novels. So what I would do that while writing or while reading any of the article relating the particular literature or the book, I will highlight the important information that would help me after reading to bring out that what was the most important thing in that article was. So argumentative, in the argumentative writing or highlighting is very important. So let's explore another pyramid, and many of the students say that this pyramid helps them a lot in reshaping their ideas. So reshape your ideas and thoughts and the brainstorm in your pyramids. While reshaping your article, like you are not rephrasing, you are summarizing an article, never let any sentence go without having a chain of unity. Make one sentence to another sentence, and it is very much utmost important. Never let the parallel ideas go together, because the parallel writing sometimes confuse the writer and sometimes confuse the author as well. As I have discovered that the writing of the Toni Morrison is the parallel writing. How it is parallel writing? Because what is running into her mind is what is she is writing on the pages are contradictory somehow, because the way she is thinking, the way she is writing, so it is so much confusing. So this is a parallel sort of a writing. So there must be unity of ideas, then there will be the development while summarizing of an article. Do use the coherence marker, cohesion and the cohesion devices are very important. Use the transition devices. It makes your article more captivating and more interesting as well. The next is the terseness. Terseness means compose your ideas in a shortest possible words. Like if there is an exaggeration in your article, if one sentence is repeating like in the same paragraph twice or the thrice, if you find that the one idea is running in each and every paragraph, so compose that idea, and by following the terseness methodology, like use the few words and convey the idea, and that is very much important. Imran Khan's speech in the United Nations in 2019 was very famous, in which he discussed the 4-point agenda about the Islamophobia, about the Kashmir and about the economic policies. So all that was the terseness of his ideas. Like he could exaggerate it to 2 or the 3 hour speech, but he composed his ideas into 4 points and then conveyed. Like the 14 points of Quaid-e-Azam was very much important, and in your since your childhood you have been associating these and the two nation theory. Like I am just giving you the very historical example, like the two nation theory was very much important. What was that? If you summarize that article, the basic point which you comes out of that is that the two nations are entirely different in their thinking, demographies, in their history, so they can't live together. So let me give you another example of summary. Many of you are familiar and habitual of reading the newspaper, English and Urdu, and maybe like me, many of you may read headlines, headings or subheadings, and rest of you would never bother to read what is being said in the detail. When I pick up the newspaper due to the shortage and due to the jam packed and very tight schedule, I just read down the head and the subheadings of the newspaper, and then I perceive that what can be written in the downward. So same as the summary is, the title is very important. The title is actually the face of the whole article. If your title is captivating, everyone can be easily understand that what is being written in that. In my journalism, one of the term paper which I did when I was doing my master's in philosophy, and the name of the article was the psychological exploration, psychological exploitation in the yellow wallpaper by an author. It was a Charlotte Perkins. So the whole of the short story was psychologically dead. So my title was so captivating that it can easily be understood that what has been written in it. So the title must be very captivating when you summarize an article. Although you cannot chit chat or you cannot you cannot alter the title, but if it is been allowed by your supervisor, so you may broke them into the chunks and then make the title so captivating. The next is the paraphrase. Although it is not allowed that you may paraphrase the original text, but if it is being compulsory by the supervisor, do paraphrase, and we have discussed in the previous lectures the techniques of paraphrasing. The next is the present tense. While summarizing something, use the present tense. The author has narrated the story, but now because you are reproducing and rewriting the article, to use the present tense, you cannot narrate in the past tense. Objective approach. There are students two kinds of approaches, objective and subjective approach. You would find it so difficult on internet that they will use very different pompous vocabulary to make you understand, but the subjective approach is your personal approach, the way you are thinking, you are perceiving, you are looking at something, and objective is the generalized approach. Like when an author writes something, they write with the objective approach, but when you write something, you write with the subjective, with your own perception. The length of the summary of any of article should be 1/3 of the original text, but it is not compulsory as well. It depends upon your supervisor. Specifically, if they said you that you may cut the length of the summary, then it may be 1/3 or sometimes it may exceed to that, but the summary means compression and contraction, so may you not exceed the length of your article. So this was the topic for today, and we discussed so briefly about the summarizing of an article, and after your midterm exams, your practicing article will be provided in your Google Classroom. So stay in touch, stay home, stay safe, and enjoy your weekend. Take care. Allah Hafiz.